Hi, this is Kalyan and we're going to talk about one of my favorite quick fix dishes today. Squid butter pepper garlic fry. It's quick to cook, you use squids. It's actually a dish which I picked up from the Mangalorean restaurants at Mumbai called Mahesh and Apurva and things like that. And you've got an abundance of seafood in Mumbai and you get some lovely squids. So let's cook it now and see what goes into it. So we're going to talk of the ingredients now, and the ingredient list is actually in the name of the dish as well. It's that simple. So it's squid, and you'll get a lot of it in the fish markets of Mumbai. And the Indian style of making squids or calamari is to make them into rings. So it's got squid, then you've got butter. We'll use about 50 grams of it for 500 grams of squid. Nigella might have used 100 grams. Pepper, whole pepper which we'll crush, and some crushed pepper later for plating. Chili, both green and red for the color, which we're going to chop before we grind and paste. And finally garlic and salt. Right, so now we are ready to make our masala mix, which goes into the butter. Just one thing before that is chop the chilies into smaller pieces because it becomes easier to grind then. Now honestly, you could make this mix even in a mixer grinder, or you could just bake it on the platform and put it in, or use powdered stuff. I happen to have a mortar and pestle which I picked up in Thailand, so I like using that. Now the tip when it comes to using mortar and pestle is that you start with all the dry stuff. So we are going to put 2 tablespoons of black pepper. That's the first thing which goes in, so we'll grind that first. So this is going to take about 30 seconds of pounding. Okay, so remember the recipe. So it's pepper, next goes in garlic, and also the formula. So you've got dry, then the semi-dry. So the garlic in. Garlic will be a lot easier to pound. So we've got our pepper done, garlic done. Next is the chilies. Avoid using your fingers for that because otherwise you'll be smarting through the night. So we're using green as well as red. Take it parts at a time. Don't try to attack all the chili at the same time. Then it's a smart idea to deseed the chilies. Keep using the spoon to getting it into the center. Now remember, we're not looking at a fine paste or powder or something like that. A choppy thing will do. Now the trick is to just aim at a piece of thing which you want to pound and just go after it. Yeah, we're done now. So here's our butter pepper garlic squid masala. It's all ready now. Now let's cook our squid butter pepper garlic chili salt squid. So we'll heat the gas first. Yeah. So in this, there's no oil. It's an oil-free recipe, but it's got butter. So I'm going to put 50 grams of salted butter. I have a sneaking suspicion that Nigella would have put in a whole 100 grams. So the butter is melted. So now what we're going to do is this masala which we made, we're going to add it to the butter. Now the entire idea of adding the masala to the butter is that you want the fragrances and flavors and the aromas to season the butter. So I'm adding it in. So as I add the masala to it, there's this lovely sizzle. So spread it in, let the butter take on the flavors of these beautifully crushed ground spices. So our masala and butter has spread evenly across the pan. So now we're going to add the squids. Just make sure that the squids are dry and you've squeezed out all the water, because otherwise a lot of water will come out when you're cooking it. So take the squids and slowly spread it all over the pan. Yeah. So now just keep stirring it quickly. You don't want to cook squids or any seafood for too long. So the way you'll know it's ready is when from white it starts taking in a off-white texture. Keep the flame on medium. Add your salt here. For 500 grams of squids, you won't need more than like half a teaspoon of salt. Don't go on the higher side. It's only in places like Delhi where you get a lot of salt on seafood. So another thing is that you don't want the squids to overcook. So just see that from white it becomes a translucent thing. you want the spring in the squids. So keep stirring it vigorously. You don't want any one side of the squid to rest on the pan for too long. And that's it. I mean, you just need maybe a total of 2 to 3 minutes of stirring, and this beautifully exotic dish is ready now. Great, so our squids are ready. It's just like 3 minutes of cooking, and you don't want to overcook squids. And let's plate this now.
We've got loads more for you, so subscribe to this channel and ping us at food@pingnetwork.in to tell us what you would like to see here.